So thank you for all Link4 users who joined us today. This webinar is exclusive for Link4 users who are on Link250 plan to find out how you can get most of your Link4 account. We understand that in some cases we didn't have enough time to meet with you and let you know how you can use Link4 as well. So this webinar is exclusively for this, and please feel free to use the chat box or the Q&A section to send your questions. We would like this webinar to be more interactive as much as possible. So in this webinar, we will try to focus on some points like how you can send and receive invoices, especially to government departments and agencies as well. Also, how you can receive invoices from other businesses like your trading partners, and how to find out if your customers and suppliers are on the eInvoicing network or not. And how you can send your first invoice. And we will touch on Link4 features and settings and how you can configure them as well. So would like to highlight that our team is more about Link4 story. We started Link4 because we were looking forward to help small and medium businesses in Australia by connecting them to their trading partners and solve the e-invoicing or the invoice delivery issue. So we are an Australian company. Our head office here in Adelaide, South Australia, but we also have offices in Sydney and other cities in Australia as well. Our solution started back in 2016, and we have been connecting many of our customers to the e-invoicing network since that time. There's more than 4,000 businesses using Link4 today, and we are operating in different countries, including Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, and the UK as well. So how we can start sending and receiving e-invoices? I think many of you have signed up to use Link4 to receive e-invoices from their suppliers like BUC Gas or C&W others. But you can also send and receive e-invoices to other customers, and we will touch on this in a minute. But would like to highlight for our customers in Australia and New Zealand that the first step to get that done is through updating the ABNs of the customers and suppliers. For the purpose of this demo or this webinar, we will use QuickBooks as the accounting system to show you the steps of doing e-invoicing with Link4. So I will switch now to the QuickBooks, and as I said, I'm monitoring the chat and the QA. So if you have any questions or would like to ask any questions, please feel free to do that. Just would like to confirm that you can see my screen now showing QuickBooks dashboard. The steps are similar between QuickBooks or Xero or whatever. One of the ways to find out the ABN of your customer or supplier is through the APR database or the APR website. For the purpose of this demo, we will use Link4 ABN to show you how you can do that. So I can make sure that I'm using the correct ABN. I can search for the business name through the APR website, and then I will go back to QuickBooks and add this ABN as a customer so I can send an invoice to them. So the first step is to add a new customer. Don't need to show you how you can do that in your accounting system, but the most important thing is make sure that you add the ABN of your customer. For example, in QuickBooks, you will find the field here for the ABN, which is where we need to add this and make sure that there is no spaces. As soon as you do that, Link4 will synchronize this to your account. So I just added the supplier now. If I switch back to my Link4 account, you can see that in the network page. If you click on My Network, you'll be able to see your customers and suppliers who are on the invoicing network. And also those who are not, you can invite them as well. So because I just added another contact now, I just need to synchronize the list, and that will show me the latest contact that I just added to Link4 now. So I can see that Link4 is here, and you'll be able to see straight away in Link4, and this is one of the unique features in Link4, that the customer is on the invoicing network. So that means if you create an invoice to this customer, it will be sent through the invoicing network. We are not trying to replace your accounting system. Actually, we try to work with your accounting system. So to send an invoice, you can send it through your accounting system. So let me make sure that you can see my screen. So again, this is your Link4 dashboard. When you add a new contact to QuickBooks, you can just add synchronize or click on synchronize contact. This will get the contact to Link4. As soon as you can see that the contact is on the eInvoicing network, this will show you that you can send an invoice to this customer. So as I said, we are not trying to replace your accounting system. We work with them. So you can just go to your QuickBooks as usual and create a new invoice. I will just create an invoice as you usually do, nothing different. We'll just create a $1 invoice, select GST. And in this case, just click on save and close, not save and send, because this will allow Link4 to grab the invoice from your Xero and send it, from your QuickBooks Xero, or any accounting system you're using, and send it to your customer on the other side. So if I go back to Link4, in a few minutes, Link4 will start synchronizing this transaction from your accounting system to Link4, and it will be showing in the invoices section, and you will be able to see the status as sent through eInvoicing. If you click on the invoice number, you'll be able to see the invoice details that you have created in your accounting system, and also you'll be able to see the status of the invoice when it was created, when it was delivered to Link4, and when it was sent to the customer on the other side. In some cases now, your customers are going to be able to send back to you what we call it an invoice response. And in this case, this response can be that the invoice, they acknowledge receiving the invoice, they approve the invoice, or they paid the invoice. Or in the case of rejecting the invoice for whatever reason, you can get this invoice response back to Link4, and Link4 will send notification to you about this process. The same with receiving invoices or purchases from your suppliers. So if your supplier is using the eInvoicing network, let's say you're using one of your suppliers is BUC Gas, or even Bunnings now is on the eInvoicing network, so they can send invoices to you, and the invoices will be delivered to your purchases section. The invoices will come to the purchases section first, and then it will be delivered to your QuickBooks Xero, Maya, or whatever your accounting system is. You can also see that invoice in Link4 first. There is options for you or features that we will touch on in a minute that will allow you to approve the invoice first in Link4 before it gets into your accounting system, if that's something you would like to do. If your supplier is sending multiple invoices, multiple attachments to you, you will find them here in Link4. They will also be delivered to your accounting system, but if you would like to check them in Link4, you can do that. Again, you'll be able to see all the transaction updates when it comes to Link4 as well through the system. Regarding the suppliers, I will go back to the network section to highlight that you can see which of your suppliers are on the eInvoicing network. So the supplier section here, you will also be able to see who's eInvoicing ready and who's not. If you would like to invite any of your customers and suppliers today to join the eInvoicing network, you can go to the invite to eInvoicing section and send an invitation email to them. This will introduce eInvoicing to them and let them join the eInvoicing network as well. Do you have any questions so far? If you have any questions, please just add it to the Q&A section, please. Thank you. So it's that easy to send and receive eInvoices. It's more important that you find out that your customers are on the network or not. If you don't have the ABN, you can search for the ABN through the ABR website. It's business.gov.au. You can just search by the name of the business and you find their ABN. Then add it to your accounting system or add it at Link4. So if you would like to update the ABN in Link4, you can just click on Edit button here, add the ABN in Link4 and save the changes. And based on that, Link4 will automatically show you if that customer or supplier is on the eInvoicing network or not. I will move on to some of the settings or features that you can use in Link4. So one of the main things about using Link4 is you can use Link4 to send all your invoices out. So you don't have to think which customer is on the invoicing network and who's not. If you activate this feature, Link4 will deliver all your invoices to your customers on the other side, and we will find out if your customer is on the invoicing network or not. And based on that, we will start delivering the invoices to them through the invoicing network. And those who are not on the invoicing network, they will still receive an email with a link to the invoice online page where they can see the invoice details and download a PDF copy of the invoice as well. Sometimes when you receive an invoice from your suppliers, they might not send the PDF of the invoice, and we understand it's important for you to see the PDF. So if you also activate this feature, Link will create a PDF invoice based on a standard template. And that is not the invoice PDF coming from the supplier, but this is just a representation of the invoice for you to see the line items coming from the supplier. In some cases, we understand that your accounting system might not store your bank details, and your customers would like to get your bank details so they can make the payment. So you can store your bank details once at Link4 here, and all the invoices going out will be sent with your bank details as well, so the customers can make the payment through the bank details if required. In the second tab here, the account section, where you can see the approval process. So one of the added value features in Link4 is you can hold the invoices in Link4 before they get sent out to your customers, so you can review them at Link4. One of the good things about this feature is even if you change or update the invoice in your accounting system, like Xero, Mile, or QuickBooks, you still get the invoice waiting for you at Link4. You can update the invoice at Link4 first before it gets sent out to the customer on the other side. The same for the purchases. So you can activate or deactivate those features. By default, all the invoices will be sent in and out from your accounting system without the approval process. But if you would like to activate any of the approval features, you have to go to the settings section under the account and activate or deactivate the features based on your preference. The review for the purchase invoices. So when a supplier sends an invoice to you, the invoice will be waiting in Link4 for you to approve it or review it first before it gets delivered to your accounting system. And this is a one approval step or one step for approval. The approved purchase invoices, this one includes multiple steps. So if there is more than one team member who should review the invoice, then this can be used for this workflow. One of the also features in Link4 is we hold duplicate invoices or transactions for your review, and that's for purchases and credit notes when they are delivered from your supplier. So if the same supplier sends the same invoice or the purchase invoice to you with the same number 2 times, Link4 will automatically detect that and highlight that to you by sending a notification email to you. So you can log into your Link4 dashboard and approve the invoice when you want to. We understand that your accounting system might have reminders for the invoices that's not paid, but also you can use this feature in Link4 where you can activate reminders for the invoices if they are not paid on due date. In the plan section, you can see your plan, your current plan, and how many transactions you have sent and received during the month. You can upgrade your plan if you would like to transact more than the number of transactions available in your current plan. To the integration section, so this section will show you which accounting ERP system you are connected to. This account is connected to QuickBooks. And we get this question many times when a business changed their accounting system from let's say from Xero to QuickBooks or from QuickBooks to Mile. You can easily come to here to this page, disconnect your old software, and this will take you through the steps for connecting your new accounting system. All your previous transactions are going to be stored in Link4 for you, and then you can connect with your new accounting system and start using Link4 as usual, synchronize your list of customers and suppliers, and start sending and receiving e-invoices through the Link4 dashboard. I touched on that you can invite your customers and suppliers to join the e-invoicing network. From the invitation page, you can edit the content of the emails that gets sent to your suppliers and also to your customers. You can edit the content of this email. This is like a template for you. So whenever you click on invite, the same content will be updated by your company name or your customer name, and send this email to them so they can join the invoicing network. I think one of the important sections that we get questions about also from customers are the notifications. So we understand that you might get a lot of notifications from Link4 whenever you send an invoice or receive an invoice. From this page, you can manage the frequency of the notifications. So let's say you would like to get a notification for each invoice that you have sent successfully, then you can select it from here. But also you can use it as a daily, weekly, or monthly report where you can see all the transactions sent during the day. The same for the approval process. So if you activated the approval process, whenever you send an invoice and it's waiting for approval, Link4 will send you a notification to let you know that you need to log into your dashboard and approve the invoice before it gets sent out. One of the things that we try to help our customers with is when you create an invoice to a customer without the ABN. So as you know, as we said, without the ABN, we cannot deliver the invoice, and in New Zealand, without NZBN, we cannot deliver the invoice. So whenever you create an invoice and it's missing the ABN, Link4 will send notification to you to remind you that you need to add the ABN to this invoice. We understand that maybe you are sending a lot of invoices, sending invoices to consumers, not businesses. Then you can manage this notification to come maybe once a day, and you can track all the transactions at once rather than getting multiple notifications with each transaction. The same for the purchases. So whenever you receive a new purchase, you get notification. That might not be ideal for you or for your role, because those notifications can be configured based on each user in Link4. So each one can select his own preferences based on their role or how they are dealing with the invoices, either for your AR team, AP team, the team who's working with sending invoices might be different from the team dealing with receiving invoices. Each one can select their own preferences as well. In Link4, whenever your customer or supplier joins the invoicing network, Link4 will detect that and send you a notification. So you can start sending and receiving invoices with those training partners, and also you can configure this to come once a day with all the customers and suppliers who join the network during that day. Also, based on your consumption of your Link4 transactions, we send a notification to you to let you know that you are at 80% of your plan or 100%, which means you're not going to be able to send or receive additional transactions. In this case, you can upgrade your plan or reach out to our support team and discuss your options in this case. We recently introduced Link4 payments, which allow you to collect payments from your suppliers, from your customers. So you can get paid faster by collecting online payments through Link4, or even there's options for invoice financing, which means you can get paid faster when you create the invoice, even without your customer pay the invoice to you, you get paid straight away, and then the customer will pay that over installments after that. Or even you can use repay invoices over time. So rather, it's like after pay. So you don't have to pay the invoice all at once when it comes from your supplier. You can use this option to pay it over 4 easy installments. Please contact our support team to discuss your options if you would like to activate any of those features. The next section that we will touch on is the profile section. From here, you can configure your organization details, where you can add your company logo. Make sure that you activate the two-factor authentication as a security precaution for your team. So whenever one of your team log into the account, they get notification email with from Link4 with a unique code that they need to use to log into the account. If one of the users try to log into Link4 multiple times and they use the wrong password, the account will be locked. Please reach out to our support team to unlock your account in this case. The last section is my user section, where you can add multiple users to your Link4 account. So more than one user from your organization can join the account and process the transactions. You can also select the role for this user. Either they can approve an invoice or edit an invoice in Link4 before it's either sent or received as well. You can also allocate certain suppliers for this user. So let's say you have different locations, and manager 1 from location 1 deals with supplier 1, 2, and 3, but manager 2, location 2, deal with suppliers 7, 8, and 9. So you can select which suppliers will be allocated to the users, and this means when an invoice comes from this supplier, it will be showing on the user dashboard, not on all users' dashboards if they need to get through the approval process. Do you have any questions so far? I cannot see questions in the chat box so far, so I hope that all the information we gave to you are beneficial to use your Link4 account today. Please feel free to reach out to our support team through our website. So if you go to our website, link4.co, and it will redirect you to your country website. Make sure you just use the live chat box available on the website. Thanks for your time today, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through support@link4.co or reach out through the support online chat box. Thanks for your time today, and it was great to meet all of you. Thank you. Bye.